spent over $1,000 at the Sephora sale this year. Look at it. Look at it. So many boxes. Was it a little unhinged? Maybe. Do I have regrets? Not yet. Am I excited to open these boxes and lose my goddamn mind? Yeah, absolutely. So what we're about to do, right, is to go through these boxes. We're about to do an unboxing, y'all. I don't think I've done an unboxing on this channel before. I usually come through with hauls where I've tested and tried things, but not today. Today, it's Christmas, and we're opening up the boxes together. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around and let's get into it.
I'll waste my time jumping all the way in too deep. I hope you're not missing these.
Hi, I'm Jeanique, and I have a massive fucking haul, and I feel all kinds of warm and cuddly on the inside because I love to shop. I love Sephora and I love new shit. That is what I love. And in today's video, we have everything from fragrances to skincare to makeup, and we're about to go through all of it. I'm so excited to unbox and share what I got, and was it worth all the money I spent? I will know at the end of this video if I made a lot of poor choices, but in this moment right now, as I film this like a little bit of an intro, I feel good about my life choices. I do. I have no regrets. So let's get into it. Also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. I would appreciate it if you did subscribe. It would mean you make wonderful life choices like subscribing to me and watching my videos. And if you're just here for the first time, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it, and I hope you stick around. Okay, now we get started.
Don't worry about me playing games. I want you just as bad as you want me. You already talking with your energy.
So we're gonna start off with a baby envelope and work our way from there. And in this one, we have the main item is Cherry Ambition from the Seven Virtues. Now, I mentioned wanting to get my nose on this fragrance in my Sephora picks and wish list video, which I will link. And so I finally have this fragrance to test out. I was very curious about this one because I do love cherry as a note, and this is supposed to have a smokier base. And for people who don't even love cherry, they were praising this one as being really lovely. So I'm hoping it gives what needs to be gave, but am I optimistic? Not exactly. Oh, it's very sweet cherry, a very dark musk or like ambergris or smoke in the base. It like heads in the direction of almost like a desserty cherry, like maraschino cherries or something like that. There's something kind of boozy about it just off the first sniff. No regrets yet. I am loving this so far. In terms of samples in this envelope, I got testers for Makeup Forever HD Skin. I am currently literally wearing that makeup right now, except they discontinued my shade, which is Y508. Fuck them for that. I think there's like 505 left or maybe like 510 left, but this in-between shade is now gone, which is why I switched my main like everyday foundation. I'm still using this one, but whatever. And I got a sample of Good Girl, Very Good Girl. How many samples of Very Good Girl do I have currently? I don't know, like 10. There's so many. There's so many. I keep getting them. So as far as like offers and rewards samples go, I also got these Kiehl's hyaluronic acid, you know, serums of some kind. There's this also youth serum from Origins, and this lipstick and magic cream combo from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I don't own any lipsticks from Charlotte Tilbury. Most of my lipsticks are from MAC because I can just trust that it will not look ashy on my lips. So hopefully Charlotte Tilbury, you know, give what needs to be gave, because some of these lipsticks, especially matte ones, are just not black girl friendly. So I mean, it's real cute. I don't know if you can see it here. It's a cute little color. Okay. I'm here for it. If I end up loving it, I might, you know, pick up a big one. Okay, so now we're going to go on to makeup, which is the smallest of the three categories for me. So let's get into what makeup I picked up, and not a lot. A lot of what I wanted to buy was sold out, and I was a little heartbroken by that. So for makeup, this is what I picked up. I'm very excited about everything. So first up is I grabbed the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Now, I had this primer maybe 6 months ago. Really enjoyed using it. It was very tacky and sticky, but it still felt light enough on my skin. I have pretty dry skin, so I really want something that either has some stick to it or is very moisturizing, and this fit the bill. Subsequently though, I tried the Dior Face and Body Body Primer. Really enjoyed that. So I think the next sale I'm going to pick up that primer instead of this one, unless I really grow to be obsessed with this one, which might happen. I also picked up the 24-hour Setter Benefit Brow Gel. It's the clear one. Mine is finished. That's like literally the only reason I'm grabbing another one, because the one that I have been using for the last year or so is done. I also picked up a bunch of liners. Now, most of these are brown, which is, you know, what I usually wear. There's a white in here. There are different shades of brown and a black one. This, you know, is perfect. Now, I've been hearing about the Rare Beauty Eye Brightener. It has that sort of metallic tip. It's supposed to be great for no makeup days, which is most of my work days. I'm usually just wearing either the Summer Fridays skin tint, or I'm doing the one from Bare Minerals, the one with SPF in it. That's a little bit like a gel. I tend to wear that one to work instead of doing like foundation, but I still wear like a proper concealer, and it would be nice to switch to something a little bit lighter for when I'm in the office. So perfect. I also picked up a Discovery palette from Rare Beauty. That is supposed to be, you know, eyeshadow palettes and whatever. Now, I've discovered that I look real good in like Merlots and purples and shit, but most of my eyeshadows are like this kind of shade, like orangey yellow, heading into reddish territory, warmer browns and golds and things. And I mean, you know, they work, but I wanted to sort of branch out and get some different colors. So as you can see here, I'm getting into some like purples and things, and I'm very excited about that. Now we're getting into skincare. That means full body care, face care, all of the things. I picked up this very big Sephora like lotion that, you know, is 30% off. Plus, I was hoping like the texture would be like a body butter or something. So I'm hoping. Oh my god, it's literally butter. Look how tough that is. Like, no, this is raw butter. Okay, yes, I am very excited about that. Yeah, this is better than I expected as far as like the texture goes. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now, I was using the one from Skin Fix. I had like the full body one in the blue container, as well as the AHA one in the green one, but I think they run for like $60, and I was like, maybe I can get just as good like body moisture for less money. Sephora coming through. I also picked up these foot masks. Why? It was a whim. You know, like when you're already in the cart and they suggest like little cheap things on the bottom that cost like $5 or $6, and you're like, sure, add to cart. That was one of these, like no real thought to my purchase, but I'm excited to try this. I do love a foot mask. As far as sort of general face skin care, let's start off with the kits. Yeah, we only got one kit. I usually love a kit, but at this point I've been using certain products long enough that I know exactly what I want and what I like, so I don't need to like test out a bunch of smaller items. Plus, I have an advent calendar coming that's gonna have a bunch of smaller items for me to test, so I didn't want to do that. But I did get the Sephora one because I've never given Sephora skincare like a real chance, and maybe it's fire for less money. So I'm going to be giving this Sephora like skincare kit like a good shot to like rock my whole world, and I'm hoping for the best. Now, last Sephora sale, when I picked up a bunch of stuff, I 100% underestimated how much cleanser I would need, because I ran out of like I said, I don't usually buy things in between the sales, right? Sephora sale happens, I pick up everything I'm going to need till the next sale. Now, last time around, I picked up the cleanser that I thought I needed, and I ran out of cleanser, I want to say in like August. So I had to go to the drugstore and buy more cleanser, which some of it is already done. Like, it just ran out so fast on me. Clearly, I'm using cleanser real heavy. I do double cleanse plus use micellar water because I wear makeup. So based on that fact, one thing needed to happen. Boom. We just got the very big case of the Superfood cleanser kit plus the refill. So I've tried to branch out from Youth to the People for my foaming cleanser, and everything that I've tried, including the stuff from Benefit and other brands, has really deeply disappointed me and not made my skin feel the way I want it to feel from a foaming cleanser. And so I'm back to this. I am back to this. Like I said, this ran out on me in like August, and then I picked up some other brands. I was not happy with anything that I tried, and so when I saw this, I think it was a good deal for the amount of products you're getting, because you are getting like a super big one and then like the pump one that I would normally buy. So, you know, perfect. Cleanser that I picked up was from First Aid Beauty. I really like this. I picked up the like family size. Again, overestimating maybe the amount of cleanser I need, but probably not. This is like a midway point between a foaming cleanser for me and a cream cleanser. So I picked up 2 new cleansers to try out to see if they give what needs to be gave. The first one is the Skin Fix foaming oil cleanser. I'm going to see if this is a good alternative for the oil cleansers that I do have. I have one that I really swear by La Roche-Posay, and there's also one from CeraVe. They're like moisturizing cream cleanser that I really like. Now I doubt this is going to replace those, but it's going to be a fun tester to try out because I do love a foaming cleanser. So if it's oil-based and foaming, I'm gonna love that. And then there's this one from The Ordinary, which is another cream cleanser. It says lipid in the name, so that sounds like fat oil to me, and that's what I need, especially on days where I wear makeup. So I'm excited to try both of these to see if I really enjoy them or not. So other than my cleansers that ran out so fast, I also ran out of toners from the last sale to this one. I think the only toner I have left is from First Aid Beauty. They're like oatmeal toner, which don't hit the spot the way the other ones do. I decided to try some new ones. I was okay with one I was using, I think from Herbivore, but I wasn't so impressed that I went out of my way to get it again. I don't really like toning pads. I feel like they just dry out. I'm not a huge fan of them. Anyway, I just ended up getting this Ordinary glycolic acid toner. Now, I don't tend to use glycolic acid toner on my face like every day, but I do use one on occasion when I think my skin needs like some extra help, and I don't have any like fallout from using glycolic acid on my face and the rest of my body the way that it can sometimes happen if you have darker skin. I also picked up Pharmacy's Brighten Up, which is a dark spot toner. It has azelaic acid and PHAs in it, which are usually like milder toners. So this will be good for like more nightly uses, which I'm excited about, as well as the fact that it has tranexamic acid in there, which tends to treat hyperpigmentation, which I do suffer from. So I'm excited to try this one out to see if it gives what needs to be give. I also picked up the Sephora toner for like morning usage. And this has vitamin C and vitamin E, and because my serum for daytime also has vitamin C and caffeine, I think is all gonna work very well together and, you know, cohabitate well on my face. So I'm excited about these toners to try them out and like head in a new direction as far as my toners go, because I've not been like super happy with the toners I've used in the last year. So as far as serums go, I low-key think that I underestimated how much I would need, and I probably will need to do a re-up before the next Sephora sale, but it is what it is. I did get 2 lactic acid serums. No, lactic acid is my go-to chemical exfoliant. It's not as harsh as glycolic acid, and it's not as mild as something like a PHA or azelaic acid. So it sits in this sort of like middle ground that makes it okay for me to use more frequently. So I picked one up in 5% and one in 10%, depending on which part of the week I use it. And as far as daytime serum, it's the caffeine and vitamin C serum from Youth to the People. I have tried to find alternatives that were less expensive that I liked more, and I do not like anything nearly as much as I like this one. It's this here. It's so fucking expensive, y'all. It's like $93, but it is so worth it to me as somebody who has like under eye dark circles. The caffeine really helps with that. And the fact that like I have dry skin, but I will sweat, so I want something that is moisturizing without being too oily for daytime, and this serum just sort of threads the needle perfectly. Everything else that I've used tended to be too tacky for the morning, so I'd use, I think, is your Herbivore, maybe Glow Recipes, like turmeric, vitamin C, daytime serum, and it was like a no for me. It was too heavy for daytime. This is the perfect consistency, and it treats my skin really, really well. So here we are yet again. I keep trying to replace her and I keep coming back over and over and over again. So this is the serum I've picked up for like my daytime usage. Now for the fun part, we're getting into the fragrances I picked up. Now, one thing you'll notice really quickly is that I mostly went with travel sizes for most of these fragrances. For a lot of them, I was going in blind and I wanted to make sure that I really loved them and wanted a full bottle before committing. And for a couple of these, I knew I wanted a full bottle, but somehow talked myself out of it. Who is she? Self-control, not really. The first one I got was the Sol de Janeiro like travel perfume set. I've mentioned before that I've only really worn 62 and I've been wanting to try some of the others, and this was a great way to re-up on 62 but also try some of the others. I thought it was a pretty good deal, even if the comment section and reviews said otherwise. I picked up some some testers for Ellis Brooklyn and for Floral Street. I felt like it was time for me to branch out from the couple of fragrances from them that I had tried, and I'm really excited to check out more from these brands. Now, how many travel sizes did I really get? Could it have been that many? It's this many. There's so many. There are like 10 of them here. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to start with the ones that I know what they smell like. I have tested them before. I know I enjoy them. I like them, love them even, and just wanted to wear them a bit more than just the tester allowed, to give myself even more time with the fragrance, to get to know them, to see if they are actually big bottle worthy. So let's go through those. Now, this is Blackberry Lily from the 7 Virtues. I tested this about a year ago. Really enjoyed this. I mentioned this in my Sephora wish list and picks video that I was looking at this one. The full size bottle was no longer available. They had sold out. It seems as if they may be discontinuing this, I don't know, or changing the packaging, something. They're not available anymore. So I went ahead and picked up a travel size because yes, thank you. I also grabbed Commodity Gold Expressive, which is maybe one of possibly my favorite commodity fragrances. It actually is. It's number 2 on the list. Speaking of commodity, I also got Velvet Expressive, which is my favorite velvet. Really enjoyed this. Really thought it was really fantastic, and I'm excited to add this to my collection. I added as well a travel size of Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato. I'd mentioned that I thought I was going to get a full bottle of this, and I went back and forth with myself multiple times about what I would do, and ultimately landed on just staying put with this, maybe until the next Sephora sale. If I make it through this entire thing, then I will consider getting a full size of this, but unless I finish this, I'm not going to do it. I have to see if I'll actually like wear it before I like actually commit. And last but not least, this is Sailing Day from Maison Margiela. I have tested this fragrance a bunch of times. I don't tend to like aldehyde or cleaner smelling fragrances, but the moment I tried this, I really thought it was very summery and pretty and light and airy, and I really enjoyed this fragrance. Now, I don't know if it'll get a lot of wear out of me, if it's my style enough to be full bottle worthy, and so I'm committing to a travel size of this fragrance in the meantime to see what it does. Burberry Goddess. No, I had featured this in a video that I did about like testing fragrances, testing samples. This made it into the video, and for that video I mentioned that it was kind of underwhelming, that maybe I didn't have enough of a sample to really try it out to see why everyone was so excited about this, but I just didn't get the hype. So I decided to give it another go round from the like little mini 2 ml that I had before and get the travel size of this fragrance. So I'm going to give this a real shot. shot and see if I do think it is full bottle worthy. But in the meantime, this is what I'm going to work with, and I'm excited about that. So Donna Born in Roma Intense is in a similar boat with the Burberry Goddess, in that like I've tested this before, really enjoyed it, but I'd made a rule about this one that I wouldn't buy a full-size bottle of this until I was finished with the other Donna Born in Romas in my collection. I have the original and the Coral Fantasy one and the Yellow Dream version, and I didn't think I needed to pick up another Valentino fragrance until I was finished with one of those, and so I decided to go with a travel version. Now though, I think I'm getting another one randomly, so I don't think I need two travel versions of this. But yeah, so these are 4 newbies that I'm really excited to try out and see what they give. Gabbana's Devotion. I've talked a lot about how much I love Dolce & Gabbana white florals. They tend to just make them in a way that is right up my alley. So I'm excited to try this one. Ooh, the first impression is like very sweet citrus. Ooh, some freshness. Ooh, that white floral is coming through. It's really full, but nothing too heavy. It's a lot sweeter than I thought it would be. I definitely thought it was going to lean more floral, but it definitely leans right now anyway in more of a citrusy direction. I'm definitely not mad at it. From Juliette Has, it's Lust for the Sun. This came out this summer. I did a video when it was released to say these are some upcoming releases that I was excited about, and I just never ended up sampling this one. Oh, it's very fresh smelling, sharp, some greenness to it. Ooh, this is me. This is me. I'm excited about this one. Fuck the Devotion. Hello, Lust for the Sun. That is nice. That is real nice. This is like a good date night work time fragrance. I am a fan of this one. Okay. I also picked up a fragrance from Nest. It's called Indigo. The ratings were fantastic. I was watching Veronica Says and she had mentioned Indigo, and I thought to myself, it's worth a shot to try this out. And so when I went back in, this is part of a second order that I did, and I ended up picking this up because I wanted to see what it gave. And while I was there, I might as well have gotten something else, and I ended up getting Floral Street's Sweet Almond Blossom. I hope this is fantastic as well. The ratings weren't as good on this one as they were on Indigo, so I don't know how to feel about that. I'm a little scared, but for now it's mostly excitement. But let's try Nest Indigo because I was real scared about this one. Ooh, let's see. It's very green and fresh smelling. It's citrusy. Is that tea in the base? There's what is that? In the base of this, there is some body, like ambergris or maybe heavy wood to it. Is there some smokiness here? Am I getting a little smokiness, y'all? Okay, all right. And Nest Indigo coming through, smelling amazing. Okay, I see you. So these are just some of them. I can't go through everything. I will do a ranking because I think there are literally 10 travel size fragrances. I think it's probably 11. I will do a ranking and tell you what's my number 1 and what is my last place. In a couple of weeks, once I've worn each of these like every day of the week, like I give each of them a full day's wear and come back and report back to you. To get into some of the full bottles that I got, it wasn't a lot, y'all. I had so much self-control. Yes, there are more than 10 travel size fragrances, but like, what is that really saying about anything? Okay, first up, I got Good Girl Supreme. I do love the bottles. I do love Good Girl. I do love Carolina Herrera. And I love the Supreme version. This white floral tuberose heavy with some vanilla, you know, goodness to it. I was like, you know what, babe? You deserve a new stiletto. You deserve it. You work hard. You don't play nearly hard enough. But... and... it's just as good as I remember. It's such a sensual fragrance. I think this is a very sexy one. And I love Good Girl Supreme, so I was excited to grab it. And let's move on from there. I also picked up Phlur Mango Mood because I love the smell of mango in all the things, except the ratings on this are trash. People seem to fucking hate this fragrance online. And I thought to myself, they hate a lot of mango fragrances that I like. So it could just be my standards when it comes to mango is real low, or they're right and this is terrible, which has happened to me before where the rating on something is terrible and I'm like, I'm gonna get it anyway because I'm gonna love it, and I get it and it's trash. It's terrible. It's terrible. Okay. Okay, I like it. Am I obsessed? I love it. It's sweet, it's fresh, it's light. Like, I don't think this is like, I'm gonna spend $100 on this shit, but like, get out of the shower, heading to bed, spray myself down, smelling tart, fruity, sweet, mango-y. That sounds like a good night to me. Hello. Now, the two like more substantial ones I got the Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit because the hype is real and I needed it. Like I said, I was watching Veronica's video right after I finished my first order, and I went back specifically for this and picked up some other things like the Indigo Nest. I also picked up commodity milk. Here's the thing, I had bought the same travel size that I'd bought for gold and velvet. They emailed me back and said moss wasn't available, and they emailed me back and said milk wasn't available, like it wasn't going to be shipped. And so I went back in and I picked this up instead because I'd been eyeing it anyway and I felt like I deserved it, I wanted it, I needed it, and I did not grab it the first time around. They don't usually do 30 mils commodity. I know what this smells like. I've done a whole commodity video that no one watched. Did a whole commodity video low-key hating on milk. I like milk. I prefer gold and moss and velvet, but I was still excited to grab this because I could not get milk expressive in a travel size on its own because it was sold out. This one comes with the expressive 30 mil and a 10 mil travel size of milk bold, which I'm excited about. Now, the pièce de résistance is this guy here, which is Jo Malone's Ginger Biscuit, which is a limited edition fragrance that kicked off at launch, that sold out very quickly. I don't know if it's back in stock. And everybody was just raving about how delicious and gingery this fragrance was. And I thought to myself, I need that in my life ASAP. So I went back in to buy it and I grabbed it and I have not looked back. So I'm going to test this out quickly because I hope it's everything my mind has made it out to be. I love the smell of that is a ginger biscuit. I love ginger biscuit. I eat a lot of ginger biscuit. Ginger biscuit with a little bit of coffee with cream. Coffee with condensed milk. Ginger biscuit, yes. That smells like a ginger biscuit, especially in the opening. It's like very pronounced. You have to love the smell of like ginger beer, ginger biscuit. It's very refreshing, but also very gourmand and sweet at the same time. It's nothing too heavy. It's very light. Okay, ginger biscuit was a win so far. Like I said, I will rank everything in another video in the next couple of weeks once I've worn everything and given everything a 1 or 2 day wear to let you know if me spending all of this money on fragrances was actually worth it. Probably were. It probably was. It probably was. I probably will have no regrets because I never do. I never have regrets. How did I do? Did I do way too much? Sound off in the comment section. I would love to hear from you about that. There's a part of me that feels like I did just the right amount, but there's also a part of me that feels like I did way too fucking much. But here's the thing. I'm excited to smell like a different travel spray for the next 2 weeks every single day. I'm going to wear these out and I'm going to come back to you with reviews. Which of these would you most like to see me review for you before the longer video comes? I'm excited to do that as well. I am so happy because I have all of these new fragrances and they bring me so much joy, but also, you know, being a responsible adult, it's hard. when sales happen. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, checking me out. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Let the algorithm know, let YouTube know that you want to be recommending my content, you enjoy seeing this face. I would appreciate that, and I will see you very, very soon with more fragrance reviews and fragrance conversations, because that's what I love, that's what I enjoy, and that's what I'm trying to give. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for being here. Bye, y'all.
Baby, you're the one and only. Baby, you've been on my mind. You know you don't have to be lonely. You can come and take my time.